from Off the Page Games, and welcome to How to Start a Board Game Company. This episode we're going to take a look at retailer sell sheets. This is what I find necessary, a one-pager kind of summary of your game that retailers will look at and make decisions about whether they want to order some. So maybe this is going to go to a distributor. But I found that I've used this in other places to give to people that have wanted a little bit of high-level information about your game. And so I'm going to take you through the process I went through and go through the iterations that I went through and kind of talk about how I did this, even though I don't have a ton of art skills and I'm definitely not a graphic designer. So let's take a look. All right, well, here is an example of my first attempt at making a sell sheet. And as you can see, I put the box image here, which is great. I'm going to zoom in here. I put the some other font. I'm not sure why I use this font at all. And a very lengthy text intro about what the game's about. And then I had this little thing here about that it's based on a graphic novel series. A lot of space for components and the board kind of hidden back there. A little information about something called the shift system. And that was it. This was my first sell sheet. Not great. Not a great question. Let's see how we progress from here. So from here, went to this. Okay, this one at least looks a little bit more in brand because now I've got the logo and I'm using the colors around it, so that looks nice. I got some blue image here about my how long the game takes and number of players. I'm using that a few places. So that's nice. So still the box image, text about what the game is about, the logo just more separately, so that's easier to identify. I now have a section of key selling points, so that's great. I've zoomed into the board, so this is nicer because it shows off the art a little bit more, so it's nice. And then obviously some key information that's necessary on a sell sheet is things like the box size, the weight, the SKU, and the MSRP. That some distributors don't want that on there, but that's it. And a lot less space devoted to the components, but it's still on there. I still had a section here for the shift system, the sealed package idea, and I put a quote on here now from Richard Ham from Rado, my favorite hidden movie. Great. And then contact information. So a little bit better, but it still feels not super inviting. And so what I did from here is I looked at other sell sheets and I found one that I liked. And I thought this one was really striking. And I just like how it's very clear. The logo really pops. I like this kind of faded background on top. The smaller amount of text here. The box, I guess this is an expansion. You see some pieces and components. You see the game board, cool. Key features kind of in a box. I just like how it was all laid out. It's even got the UPC, so I'm like, oh, this is great. I get it now. Okay, this is great. So that what I did is literally try to emulate this, and I even thanked them afterwards, the people who ran this game and who made this game for the inspiration. And so I took this and I turned mine into this. So you can see already it's starting to get a little better. So I took the image, the logo's up here. First and foremost, I put a bit of some of the art in the game, kind of faded it down. The text is getting a lot smaller. This is a bit smaller. There's a lot more room devoted to a lot of the art of the game. Still put the quote in there. Hidden features now kind of really popped with the blue. And the shift system is now just kind of in the background here. And this is, so you can see we're getting there. Got my logo, got the actual UPC symbol on there. That was getting a lot better. So that's comparing from the previous one. It was from here. And then I was inspired by that other one and went to here. That's looking a lot better. Got it. Sent it out to some Facebook groups for retailers. Sorry for, I don't think yeah, I did do retailers actually. I went for retailers and I sent feedback on just regular publishers as well. And got feedback. And the first feedback was the font. People didn't like the font. I was using just some Arial or something like that. They said, don't use that. That's boring. I'm like, okay, I don't know this. I'm not a graphic designer. So I changed the font. It looks a lot better. And what else? This shift system here, it felt separate and like, why is it over there? I thought it's kind of like a key feature. So I just swapped places with these and kind of added it to the key feature things. Like, oh, it's got the introducing the shift system and added it there and thought this is perfect now, right? Nah, not quite. So from here, I got more feedback that, first of all, this was too dark, so it was hard to read. So I lightened that up a bit and made this font a bit bigger. So now, and reduced the text again, so that I'm trying to get it as lean as possible. And here I put the shift system into the key features. And so that kind of now fits in better as opposed to being this added extra thing. But was still feeling quite wordy, was the feedback coming back. So we had to try to like, not only that, but I got big feedback saying, look, one of your key selling features is that amazing box art that you have. That's a really striking, really amazing. And even though this is amazing, it looks kind of busy and it's small, it's far away, so it's hard to see. So the thought was swap the positions, make the box really big because that's what they're going to see in the shelves, and this is going to help remind them, oh right, that game, and then put the image really small since you can't really see it anyways. And that's the key difference there. But I also managed to reduce the key features to like, now they're like half sentences. These are like full sentences of, let me zoom in here. One of the fastest hidden movement games on the market as players get vital information every single turn. That turned into one of the fastest hidden movement games on the market. Great. And players cleverly uncover hidden secrets and can even enter codes online to get exciting new print and play content to add to this game. Okay, how about now? Hidden secrets lead to print and play content for the game. Just getting really more to the point because retailers aren't going to read every single word of any sell sheet. And so what do you really want them to know? And if they only read a few things about it and randomly just read various things on this page, would they read enough? And the idea is if they read any of this is background. If they read this, that's great. This is based on the New York Times. That's great if they read that. If they read this quote, that'd be great. And if they read any of these, it would be good. Solo and co-op mode included with a free app, 14 sealed packages for a campaign-style game. So I took out the image. Before we had the image of these sealed packages. That doesn't mean anything to anybody. Nobody really understands what this is. And we don't need the Shift logo there. It's not a brand yet. Nobody knows what that is. So we remove that and just replace it with that text. That's it. And so now it's getting a lot cleaner. And I think I went through one more pass where people were still saying this is just distracting, this faded image up here, even though I liked it on the rival restaurants one. It was just distracting. So, and even back here was distracting. So get rid of this one. I didn't get rid of, but I made it a lot darker. So it's really almost hard to tell. And up here, I actually just got rid of it. It was getting too messy. And I think actually, unfortunately, I think it looks like I actually made some of these a bit bigger. Secret, what did I change this one to? Hidden secrets lead to print and play content for the game. I changed to secrets throughout lead to print and play content for the game. Some feedback from some people I sent it to. Campaign style game with 14 sealed packages to unlock. It was just the wording. There were some recommendations to change the wording. And that is what I end up on. This is my last, this is the current one that I'm using. Here it's got same thing over here, MSRP, which I can easily take out if I want to. How many units per case? 6. What are the measurements, the dimensions? What is the unit weight and the SKU? And here is the actual UPC and contact information, how long it is to play, ages, and number of players. And it has everything you need to know about the game. And this was my little blurb. Mind Management is one versus many hidden movement game in which the Mind Management player races around Zanzibar in an attempt to collect enough recruits to win. Watch out, if the rogue agents deduce and pinpoint the exact location of Mind Management, they win. Pretty concise, trying to figure out ways to make that concise. And I think that is it. I have done for my distributors like Universal, they wanted a version of this, and they say, can you make a version of this, but instead of putting your contact information, put this at the bottom, available and cannibal from Universal Distribution. So that's great. And same with Surf and Meeple in Europe. If you want it in the EU from Surf and Meeple, get it here. So that, and so it's the exact same one otherwise. Boom, boom. Cool. And they wanted the price taken off, yes, for those two versions, because they didn't want that on there. And that's it. That's the quick onesie twosies of sell sheets. Again, I'm not an artist or claim to know anything more about graphic design. So when you don't know things and you're in business, you can either hire someone to do it, or you can kind of borrow from the best. So look at things that you like and try to emulate them. And that's a sincere form of flattery. Next up, I'm going to do a video on shipping and try to get into more of the details, because I'm in the weeds of that right now on how you prepare for shipping and how you get everything ready for shipping. And then we're about really close to shipping. So there might be a few more videos coming very quickly as I learn a lot about this side of the business. Thanks. That's all for now. Thank you so much.